I learned about Army ROTC through my grandfather. He spent 20 years in the military, a retired lieutenant colonel, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to follow in his footsteps and do it that way. He did OCS, but I figured ROTC would be a better way for me to go.
I first heard about ROTC when I was visiting as an incoming freshman. I was touring the campus, and there was a ROTC booth set up in the Ferguson Student Center, and it was Mr. John Dollar was out there talking about ROTC, handing out like flyers and stuff. And yeah, I went up and talked to him. I said, that sounds kind of interesting. I was considering enlisting before I did ROTC, so.
Well, when I was first coming out of high school, I really wasn't sure if I was going to get a full tuition scholarship or not. So I figured the best opportunity for me would be to try to pursue ROTC, because it was not only something that I wanted to do because my grandfather did it and because I wanted to join the Army, but it also provided me with scholarship money, leadership opportunities, a job after college, and it let me be an Army officer. So that's why I decided to pursue it.
I decided to stick with ROTC because I just kind of like the atmosphere and the environment. PT wasn't a big deal for me. That was probably the biggest commitment as a lower classman. It's just getting up, going to PT. I liked the cadre. I liked what they were teaching us, and I liked pretty much all of it. So I decided, yeah, this is for me. And plus, I was trying to seek a scholarship to try to take some of that financial burden off my parents.
Is self-discipline and the diligence. Waking up for PT multiple times a week can be really tough, especially when the winter months start coming along and it starts getting really, really cold out. But the other thing that it's really shown me is effective time management skills and being able to balance waking up for PT, doing ROTC classwork, and all my other classwork as a student at the University of Alabama.
I would say a lot of what I got out of ROTC is just a better understanding of what it means to have like good character, values, that kind of stuff, as well as how to interact with others on a more professional level and how to communicate effectively.
I guess the best way that I balance school and ROTC is that, even though I'm waking up now 4 days a week for PT in the morning, it's getting into a routine. And the fact that you have ROTC classes as an actual course along with your other university classes, it just makes it a whole lot easier. Going to bed early, making sure I'm not staying out too late, and making sure that I'm getting my priorities as a student done at the same time as doing them as our RTC, and not prioritizing one over the other makes me able to balance them both effectively.
I hear that question a lot, like is it tough to balance the Army life and the school life? They're kind of pulling you in opposite directions, but really, at least for me, I've kind of worked my schedule around ROTC a little bit, so my class schedule, my course load isn't too crazy difficult every semester. I try to spread it out so that I get kind of like a balanced schedule. Also, the time that ROTC takes is at different times of the day than other things would take up your life, right? For example, PT, you're never going to be doing PT at like noon when like all your friends want to go get lunch. It's always at 5 o'clock in the morning when you're getting up really early, and like some people say it sucks, but I mean, if someone told you, that they would pay for your scholarship and you would get a degree from like an awesome school, and you even get a chance to like have a 4-year guaranteed job after school, and all you had to do was give a little bit of your time on like certain weekends and then show up to PT a couple times a week, wouldn't you do that? I mean, they're paying us a lot of money, they're giving us a lot of financial aid, and I figured the least I can do is give them some of my time, so I figured balancing ROTC and school really isn't that difficult for me.
If you want to better yourself, if you want to be a leader, if you want to learn effective time management skills and prepare yourself for a civilian career after college, you should join Army ROTC. And what better institution to do it at than the University of Alabama?
I feel like Army ROTC has definitely taught me a lot about, like I said earlier, how to communicate more effectively. I've learned a lot from the cadre. I've learned a lot from my peers and my friends that I made. I figure it's a good way to make friends, if you're kind of not into that Greek or sorority life, or fraternity life, that kind of stuff. this is kind of another club like program that you can make a lot of friends that'll last you the rest of your life, and it's totally free. Not only that, but you have a good opportunity to earn some money and even get a job out of it. It kind of makes you a better citizen, and it makes you appreciate more, given that you have to work and you kind of have to know the sacrifice that everyone's kind of given up so that like this country can be free. And for new students who are interested in Army RTC, I would say Battalion is a good program for that. This past year, all of our seniors pretty much got their #1 pick for the most part. We had several distinguished military graduates. This year, I hope everyone gets their #1 pick. We've had a pretty solid record when it comes to people getting their first pick of branch preferences. So I figure that's something that a lot of people would look for as like, hey, maybe this program knows what they're doing. They really set you up for success, and I feel like Alabama does that.